question for you in particular. I have an attitude for you to change. If you do not have this attitude, or you need to double down on this attitude and embrace it wholeheartedly. Your attitude to change is this: who owns you? Who's your boss? Who's in charge? A lot of people say, well, I'm my own boss. I'm going to tell myself what I get to do. My time is my time. My money is my money. But no, if you're a Christian and you're watching this, you know who owns you: the Lord. And He's a good Lord. He's a good God. He's the one that owns you. You are a slave of God. And so let us get into our reading. Where am I getting this from? This attitude to change. The Lord said to Moses, here's what you need to do. You've been making a bunch of lists. I'm going to have you make another list. List all the firstborn males of the people of Israel from a month old and upward, and take the number of their names. Write all of their names down. And as you do this, I want you to take the Levites for me. The Levites belong to me. So the tribe of Levi was the Lord. They were owned by God uniquely. And we are told that we are a kingdom of priests. Remember, the priests in the Old Testament had to be from the tribe of Levi. In particular, they had to be from the children of Aaron. So Levites had to be the priests. So we, as Christians, we should take on that mantle of being Levites. We are the ones that are spread all over the world to teach people about God, because once they finally came to the promised land, all the other tribes got land. The Levites did not. They had to be spread out among all the tribes of Israel. Some lived in Judah, some lived in Ephraim, some lived in Manasseh. They lived all over the place, and their job was to teach people about God. Our job as Christians is to do what? Teach people about the Lord. Teach people about God. Tell them that Jesus died for their sins and invite them to come on in, because it's wonderful. So the Levites they belong to the Lord uniquely. God says, I am the Lord. Instead of all the firstborn among the people of Israel and the cattle of the Levites, instead of all the firstborn among the cattle of the people of Israel. What he's saying, instead of the firstborn, I get the Levites. Your firstborn children don't have to serve in this way. We're going to have the Levites do that. So they added up all the firstborn, and here's your number: 22,273. Now, I assume you just memorized how many people were in the tribe of Levi, how many males were in the tribe of Levi. Do you remember that from yesterday's reading? It's 22,000. So that's a difference of, the Lord's even saying it here, 273. So there are 273 more firstborns than there are children, or than there are Levites that are going to serve. And so the Lord goes on to say, the Levites shall be mine. I am the Lord. And as the redemption price for the 273, the extra of your firstborn, of the firstborn of the people of Israel, over and above the number of the male Levites, you shall take 5 shekels per head. Since I don't have enough Levites to match your firstborn, you need to take those 273 and you need to give me 5 shekels per head. Now, a shekel is approximately a month's salary for a slave of that time, a month's salary. And so you add all that together, and the people of Israel are collecting 1,365 shekels. Well, since you don't know the return rate, you don't know the currency transfer. If I trade a shekel in for $1, I did a little bit of work for you. So if we took 1,365 shekels and we divide that by 12, you get 113 and some extra numbers. We'll just go 113. So that means they were giving what the Israelites collected. They collected 113 years worth of slave labor. 113 years worth of slave labor. I do feel like I have to say this, but slavery's wrong. Slavery's bad. It's terrible. And nobody should own anybody. But that was the ancient context at that time. And so 113 years of slave labor. Now, if we say $20,000, we'll just go $20,000 annual income for a slave. That might be generous or whatnot, but we'll say $20,000 annual salary. That means that would come out into American dollars at this point anyway. If you do $20,000 annual salary, $2,275,000, 2.2 practically $2.3 million they collected for the firstborn. And notice who they gave it to. They gave them to Aaron and his sons according to the word of the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses. So this was an offering given to the Levites as they served in place of the firstborn of all the children of Israel. And isn't it great? We think, wow, $2.2 million. I mean, you might be rolling in money. I don't know, but $2.2 million sounds like a lot of money to me. $2.3 million is a lot of money. Now, think about here. Jesus died on the cross for your sins, and he ultimately paid the price. He stepped in as the ultimate high priest where you could not function correctly. And don't you think his blood costs way more than $2.3 million? And yet we can be wowed at the collection of $2.3 million. But Jesus' blood that he shed for us was way more valuable than that. He did it for you so that you could belong to God and enjoy all the sweet riches of being a son of God. You're not a slave of God. You're a son and a daughter of God. Pray that has been a blessing to you. See you in the next video.